Hey, welcome back to Maintainer's Garage. I'm Bags. Today I'm going to be doing a review on some tires I bought from my vet about 9 weeks ago. They're the Falken Azenis FK510s. They're an inexpensive performance tire, and I was looking to change and just try something different, and I pulled the trigger. The price was really good. Local tire shop got them and mounted them and balanced, and since I'm talking about that, let me go ahead and put it out there. No endorsements, no sponsorship, paid for out of my own pocket, specifically to find out if I'd like them or not and see how they do, and then give me something to review on here. So that's that. So anyway, again, they're Falken Azenis FK510s. The tire size on the front is 265/35/18. The tire size on the rear is 285/35/18. A little bit about my vet. It's a C5 02 C5 Z06. The only modifications are suspension-wise are T1 sway bars and DRM Bilsteins. Otherwise, it's factory. The alignment is not stock. It's fairly aggressive. I run -2 camber up front with a little bit of toe out, -1 camber in the rear with like 3/16 toe in, some real close to that, maybe a little more, but total toe in on the rear. So again, a pretty aggressive alignment, but that's how I like the car set up. A little bit about me. I've been driving C5 Corvettes for 9 years. I've been doing track events, HPD events for 10 years, and I've been driving over 20 years. So I'm trying to give you some background so you have an idea of where I'm coming from, and just to give you a better overall picture. My driving style is fairly aggressive, and we'll just leave it at that. So I did have a little problem with them trying to figure out the tire pressures. I ended up at 29 at the front and 27 out back. That took me about a week to get resolved. Now, for the first few days I had to just break them in and get the mold release off of them, and then I started playing with them. Dry grip. Dry grip is very good. If these are not the tires, no, how do I say this? If these might be the best street tires I've ever owned. I've got a different set of track tires that I run doing HPD events, and so far these have surpassed every street tire I've had. I'm doing a track event later in the year, and I'll do some laps there on these to really press them to the limit to find out about that and see what the ultimate grip is. But so far I am very impressed. They really, handle turns very well. They're very good in a straight line. At highway Autobahn speeds, they're good. So, I don't have anything negative to say about their dry grip. I will say it does do some trammeling a little more than the tires I had on here previously. But again, I've got a 265 wide front tire, so it's not unexpected, but I noticed it, and I'm just communicating that to you. Wet grip is good. I've only been in 2 rainstorms. One was really light, one was pretty decent, but it had only been raining about 15 minutes. So I didn't go through any puddles or anything like that. So I can't talk about the hydroplaning resistance and things like that. I'm sure I'll be able to later, but right now I'm just letting you know, hey, I was in a one really decent rainstorm. It felt secure. It didn't squirm. It was fine. It inspired confidence in me to keep driving, so it wasn't scary at all. Let me see, sidewall. The sidewall is fairly stiff, which I like, and it's good if you like performance tires because you don't get any flex on turn in and things like that. However, ride comfort does suffer a little bit. When you hit some bumps, some significant bumps and potholes, what happens is that translates immediately to you. So if you're and again, I'm just trying to tell you what I noticed. Other tires that I've had previously, I've had a set that had this, then I replaced them with a set that didn't have it. They were a little more comfortable, but I paid $800 for these things mounted and balanced. So if I have to do a trade-off somewhere, if I have to give up wet grip, dry grip, noise, or ride comfort, my ideal one that I would be willing to trade off is ride comfort. Now, they're not uncomfortable, but they're just not as good as some other tires. So I wanted you to know about that. And speaking of noise, they're quiet. They They're a little louder than the previous tires I had, but road noise overall it is reasonable. The inside of a C5 Corvette isn't the most quietest place to begin with, but I know I picked up a little bit of noise, but they're not loud at all. Like if you know anything about like Bridgestone, BF Goodwrench, KDWs, those things are loud. These tires aren't loud. Steering feel. It's good as it can be for a C5 Corvette. If you don't know, C5 Corvette steering feel is not as precise as other cars, and it doesn't give as great feedback as other performance cars. So in my world, which is, you know, my vet that I've been driving, or vets that I have been driving, it's as good as any tire I've had. Initial turn-in is, again, really pretty good, and it communicates pretty well. Mileage-wise, I typically get roughly about 15,000 miles a year on the tires I've had previously. Like I said, I've got just under 1,000 on here now. I rotate them more often than 5,000 miles because of the alignment, my driving style. So I'll continue to comment on that as I get more information as I drive it. I got some notes over here. I'm trying to make sure I communicate all that. That's why if you see me looking over there, I'm trying to make sure I get everything I wrote down. Yeah, I think that was it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I gave you some good information about the tires. Again, they're Falken Azenis FK510s, and so far so good for me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.